Hello. We're going to explain real briefly how Belarc SAM system is different from almost everyone else in the industry and how it will allow you to stand up your SAM system in a matter of days rather than months, and also allow you to have accurate, up-to-date data and effective license position and data for optimization on a daily basis. So our approach is really to have a single source for discovery. We think that successful SAM starts with very good, accurate discovery data that you need for SAM, and also having that integrated into the rest of your SAM system. So an integrated system of discovery, normalization, license position, and license optimization. Um, Basically, today SAM is a patchwork quilt of many different systems, federated discovery systems, normalization, and licensing. So it's a real mess, takes months to stand up. It's never really up to date or accurate. So it's primarily most of the SAM systems today rely on federation of data from various operations and security tools. These tools are really not designed for the kind of data that you need for software asset management. Um, and as a result, create big problems in both normalization and matching up the entitlements with what you need. Uh, Belarc's approach, well, actually, before we go into that, where is SAM failing? Is it discovery, or is it really by usage and installations, or is it entitlements? And we're saying it's really the big problem is on the usage side, discovering the usage and installation. So what happens is, SAM, basically you want the usage to match the entitlements, but you may have an entitlements and you can't, the data is coming in from your federated discovery, and it's not matching. So you go back to your operations or security guys and say, guys, write us or discover the right data or write us the right scripts. And they say, of course. And a few weeks or months later, they may come up with some new discovery data. Maybe it matches, maybe it doesn't. But what constantly happens is that the software, of course, is constantly being updated. Security patches are being added to the software. So this is a constant do loop that happens that we see in organizations, and they never really do get the right usage and discovery data to match up their entitlements. Belarc's approach is a completely integrated system. So it's based on Belarc's discovery data, which we're proud to admit we've been around for 20 years, a bit over 20 years now. Best discovery, we believe, available today, and integrated normalization and licensing reports matching your entitlement. So it's really designed for an entire integrated automated SAM system. Can be stood up very, very quickly. Even the largest organizations in the world have stood up Belmanage in a matter of less than a month, and the data automatically updates daily. Um, Belarc, again, we're trying to match your usage data with your entitlement data, and in Belarc's system, pretty much will happen. We can't guarantee 100%, but certainly in the high 90s. And if it doesn't match, Belarc will fix that for you. So it's a integrated automated system that's worked across hundreds of customers worldwide. Um, Basic architecture of the system is you have everything in the blue dotted box can be hosted on premise, can be hosted by our customers, or it can be hosted via SaaS by Belarc. Server runs on a Windows server. Typically there is a client installed, although we do have clientless options, walk around options also. But the reason we install a client is that most scanner technologies today are really not effective because of the network segmentation that's required for security. So when you install the client, it's basically dormant all day. The default is it wakes up at 4 a.m. local time, does a 10, 15-second scan, creates a very small file, less than 50 kilobytes, sends that file back to your Belmanage web server. Server creates entries in the backend database, and then the server also creates the web-based reports. Keep in mind that all these connections are encrypted, TLS encrypted. and it's really a very architected system for the internet today, um, because basically you can have a central repository of accurate, up-to-date discovery data on a daily basis. You don't need multiple servers. You don't need separate mid servers and cloud servers. Just one single server will cover your entire organization. And this has worked on the largest networks in the world run by the U.S. federal
Hello,
government.
we'll now
Thank you.
briefly walk through our software optimization and effective license position reports for both cloud and desktop software, Microsoft Server, and still in Bell Analytics, IBM, and Oracle licensing. So this is an interesting report showing you potentially the savings you have on your SaaS or subscription software and other device and user-based software. And we can say, put in the slider here, I want to see only software that has not been used in 180 days or 6 months that requires a license. And we just put in some sample pricing here, but you can see we've got a lot of Visual Studio in this organization that has not been used, potential savings of almost 40,000 per year. And we can just drill through quickly and then easily see those Visual Studio licenses that have not been used, user, email, last time used, etc. So quite handy there. Um, we'll now jump to the effective license position reports for cloud and desktop software. And you can see here, there's some sample software in here. Um, and you can see here basically the effective license position based on spend and surplus or under subscribed or entitled. Um, and we can drill through here also very quick, easily, and we can drill through and see the data that backs this up. So both the licenses used, the entitled, and then the purchases behind those entitlements. So let's quickly do that here on Adobe. You can see here all the Adobe software that makes up the license usage number. And then we can drill through and also see the entitlements here. So these are the Adobe entitlements that are summarized by product. And then also we can see the purchases that make up those entitlements. Here they are, not too many in this example, but you get the idea that this is all automatically created based on the Adobe connector, and for other products like Microsoft and others, you can of course enter into the purchase records editor. You can see here, in fact, the Adobe subscriptions that we just mentioned. This comes directly from the your Adobe portal, and you can see here basically what Adobe calls allocated is what you've purchased. Assigned is as it says, and then this, of course, is the unassigned, and you can very easily click here and see all these Photoshops, for example, that have not been assigned and based on the users too. Oracle Java, sorry to go quickly, but happy to go into more detail at any time. Oracle Java, of course, is important. Oracle changed the licensing rules back a year and a half, 2 years ago. So you definitely want to track in your organization to see if you have any paid licenses that require payments from Oracle before you get audited. And of course, we quickly discover those automatically and list those here for you and the instances, the machines, etc. users. Um, the Microsoft Server is important too. You could see here basically your Microsoft Server installs. This is the effective license position report. We've just got a couple of examples in here, Windows Server and SQL Server, and you can quickly see here your entitlements, your usage, and your surplus, and the dollar values here. And of course, as before, you can drill through and see the usage and the entitlements. I'll just click here through on the entitlements. You can see here the entitlements, and you can see the purchases too. Let's drill through to a couple of other software reports. These will be on ClickView, not on Bell Power or Power BI yet, but they are coming very shortly. You can see here, this is your Oracle, I mean, sorry, this is the IBM license discovery. This is all automatically discovered. The way to read this is a physical host running these virtual machines. You can see we discovered the full capacity PVUs and subcapacity PVUs. And of course, we can drill down some more. Those are based on, and usage, of course, those are based on the CPUs that are running on those virtual machines. And you can see here we automatically pick up the CPU vendor, the CPU model, and the clock speed, and that allows you to calculate automatically the subcapacity and the full capacity PVUs. So you have an accurate accounting um, on a daily basis. Typically, this is set up daily to discover, and then of course you can also link that to your entitlements, and that's here. So you can see for the three products we have here, your effective license position on IBM on a daily basis. We also do this for Oracle, and the Oracle instances here, you can obviously see all of the middleware, um, the WebLogic, the options and packs are particularly interesting because you need to get usage information on those. Those are not a paid license unless one of your database instances is using those. And you can see here we automatically pick up that usage data. So it's a little bit off the screen here, but you can see here, oops, let me get rid of this, that, is option used or not? Yes or no. And obviously you want to make sure that you're not paying extra for licenses on unused options. So thank you very much. Happy to give you a demo in person.